good morning. Guys, can you hear me? Please, can you turn on your videos? Okay. Can you turn on your videos? I want to see you. Can you turn on your videos, guys? Nice to see you, Iman Begale. How are you? How are you doing these days? I will check you. Okay. So let's, before starting a new topic, let's do our last lesson. So in our last lesson, we studied about what? About channels of distribution, right? So how many channels we learned?
4.
4 channels, right? Yes, you're right. And now let's start. I want to ask you some questions. So which channel is used by many supermarkets, guys?
First.
What? First one.
Producer, wholesaler, retailer, and industry.
Okay. And what about independent retailers? What about independent retailers?
Second channel,
Why you think second channel?
because retailer buy product directly from manufacturer, not from agent, not from wholesalers.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, what about definition of independent retailer? What's the meaning of independent retailer? When you talk about independent retailer, what do you usually think?
Независимый.
Независимый, yeah.
Okay, for example, can you give some examples for independent retailer? An example it can be.
It's a retailer who is not dependent from wholesalers or agents. They're able to buy product from manufacturer.
Okay, so it can be what some retailer stores which is located close to your house, for example. They can be also what? It's an independent retailer, right? Okay, so how is this advantageous to mini supermarket to choose channels of distribution? Number 1, first channel. You just told that what they're using first channel. Then why they're using it, and which kind of advantage it can be?
For whom? For retailers?
For mini supermarket. Yes, to mini supermarket. Okay.
It's suitable for products such as certain types of agricultural products, or even like the products, daily products, and it's very simple.
Okay. And what about disadvantage? Which kind of disadvantage it can be? First, when you're using first channel. Okay, it's this one, right?
Usually impractical for most products because the consumer probably don't live near the factory.
No, we are talking about this one, third channel. I just changed the numbers from my last presentation. That's why we are changing it here. Today we are talking about first channel, this one, which means fourth channel in our previous presentation. This one, first channel. Producer, wholesaler, retailer, and consumer. It can be more practical actually. Most of the many supermarkets are using it. And which kind of advantages and disadvantages it may occur?
Third one, yeah.
Fourth one it is. Distribution channel 4, when I was explaining in my presentation, but here in this picture, what? It's shown as a first channel.
Manufacturer may not know the best way to sell product in other markets. Agents will be aware of local conditions and will be in the best positions to select the most effective places in which to sell.
Okay. Then let's move to next question. How could many supermarkets use the third channel of distribution? This one, from producer to consumer directly. What is one of the advantages of this method of distribution? This one. I explained it in our as a first channel. Can you remember it? Directly from producer, they're buying what? And
products and sell it to the customers.
no, this is actual customers. So consumers are directly buying from manufacturer or from producer. There's no any middleman.
Retailers, yeah.
So can you give examples or can you give some advantages, disadvantages for this channel? Yes.
Will be more cheaper.
Okay, it will
If
be
there's
more.
no
Yes,
middleman.
yes. Without middleman, what there will be cut in cost and it will be much more cheaper, right? Okay, and what about other advantages? It can be.
Third one, yeah.
Yes, this is third one, but in our previous presentation, it was first one. It was first one. Directly from producer to customer. Yes, it will be cheaper and it will be simple, right? It will be very simple and it will be cheaper. And what about disadvantage? Wise, can you mute your sound? You're interrupting us. Okay, thank you. Disadvantage of first channel or third channel in this case.
Disadvantage.
One disadvantage it can be that it's good if manufacturer is near to your shop, but if it's far, you will also pay for delivery, and
yes,
it can be like not a good idea.
Yes, you're right. So if it's located close to your house, it can be good, right? Because what you're not paying for delivery, or even you will pay for delivery, it will cost very cheap. But if it is located far from your house, it is more expensive, right? Because what delivery costs will be more expensive if you will buy only one product, let's say. So it depends on situation, right? And also it depends on your products. Like, is your product is like agricultural product or is it technical products? So it's also depending on what duration, right? Okay, then let's move to next questions.
Okay.
Yes.
First channel, when do we use it? Like in
when we are using it, usually for perishable products, right? Usually when you're buying some perishable products, it's better to use this method, right? For example, when you're making jam, let's say, usually you're buying from farmers directly. Onion, potato, for example, for your winter.
natural products. Yeah.
Agriculture, usually people are buying agricultural products from farmers directly because it will cost much more cheaper comparing to buying from market or from supermarket, right? Or not only natural products, for example, if you're a producer, let's say, like manufacturers from manufacturers, like let's say you are producing one car, okay, and if you're producing car and you want to buy some spare parts to assemble it, so you can buy directly from producer which is producing spare parts, and you can directly collect them. Usually it's more suitable for producers. For example, you're buying some products, but you're also manufacturer, so it will be more easier because you're buying huge amount of product. But when you're just one person, and if you want to buy only one thing, let's say if you want to buy something from China, you have to pay for you have to pay for delivery fee. But if you want to buy it the same product, if you will buy in Karasu market or in Dodai market, maybe it will cost much more cheaper. For me, it was like that when I was buying in Korea socks, for example, and when I came to Kyrgyzstan, and when I see the price in Karasu, I was shocked because I was buying the same product in Korea for $2 for $2, but the same product in Kyrgyzstan is only $1. Why? Because they are buying from wholesalers, and then it's much more cheap because they're paying for whole product, and it will be more cheaper. Did you understand? Okay, then let's do next question. What is the product and who produces? Okay, first we have to answer to this question. Can you think of any other examples for these methods of distribution? For each of the three methods, outline an example which we haven't talked about. Okay, this question we can just skip this question. So here are three types of channels of distribution, and you have to give examples for each of them. Let's do first one. Can you give example for first channel?
Wholesaler. Who is that in Russian?
Оптовик.
Can be closest. One example can be closes.
Okay.
Like in a market, producer will produce and wholesalers will buy it and then give it to retailers.
Okay. So so closes. Okay, it can be, yes, it can be a good example usually. What about next one, second one?
It can be products.
Which kind of products?
Like food, like a flour.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about next one? Third one.
Third one.
Agriculture like products.
Okay, it can be agricultural products, right? And what, for example?
Apple.
Okay, you can directly you can directly buy from farmer, and you can do some jam, for example, for wheat, right? Or you can just eat. So usually it is more suitable for farmers, for agricultural products, and for manufacturers, right? Yeah. Usually it is more suitable for producer goods. Then let's do next question. What is the product and who produces it? We already answered. Where is the product wholesaled and where does it retail? Which products don't use a retailer or wholesale? Okay, can you answer to the last question?
It's like a products in a low amount products which sell it in not in large amount of.
Okay. And then let's move to next question. Best method for distributing these products. Can you give some suggestions for these products? Which methods will be more suitable for them? In order to sell laptop, which method is more suitable? You can just give your answers. You can give some methods of distributing and you can just give reasons why you're selecting it.
I think it's for laptops it's to wholesalers and that to retailers.
What about fizzy drinks?
Fizzy drinks?
Yes.
It's from force channel from agent to wholesalers and from wholesalers to retailers.
Okay. Next one, quality jeans.
Quality jeans.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh no.
fourth one. No,
Okay.
third one.
Quality jeans. Which method?
Third one.
Can you explain and can you give your reasons why it's suitable?
Quality jeans are also sold in a high amount of in high numbers. I mean, like if you go to bazaar,
Mm-hmm.
I mean clothes. So that's why, as you said, like socks for $2 are sold for $1. So quality jeans are also kind of that clothes that you can use like third distribution channel.
What about last one? Farmers selling milk.
Also, first one because our family, we buy from our neighbors. They are farmers. They have that animals, them domestic animals, and we often buy from the milk.
Okay, so usually it's first one, right? Directly from
Yes.
a producer to consumer, right? Okay, then now today we will start some new topic. So when we are when we are deciding which one to use, first of all we have to look at the location. For example, link it to location of business, town, industrial estate, out of town shopping center. So what we have to look at? So we have to look at the location, right? And it depends on the nature of the business. For example, car manufacturing would locate where?
In a center.
In a center, really? Car manufacturing?
No.
Manufacturing, not in a center.
Not selling, manufacturing.
Yeah.
It's like near to countryside.
Yes.
Nearby.
Maybe in suburb or maybe in industrial estate, right? And what about fashion clothing store?
Center.
Yes,
center.
it can be in downtown, right? So it depends on location. Now today's topic will be about methods of distribution. Before we were talking about channels of distribution, and now we are talking about just methods of distribution. How you will distribute your products. Okay, so here, yes.
Retailer in Russian.
Retailer in Russian.
Yes,
a person who is selling as a one good. В розницу сатқан адамдар бар ғой, retailer'да. Wholesale деген оптом сатқан адам, retailer деген бірден сатады ғой.
Эжеке үнүңүз жаман угулбай атат.
Эмечи?
Жакшылап угултат.
Ал айтты жаман
Меники интернет начарбы билбейм.
Интернетиң начар экен.
Okay, Nurulbet, let's start our new topic. So today's topic will be about methods of distribution, department stores, chain stores, discount stores, superstores, supermarkets, direct sales, mail order, and internet or e-commerce, in other words. So these are the methods of distribution, and now we will talk about department stores. Department stores are a large store, usually in the center of towns or cities, that sells a wide variety of products from a wide range of suppliers. You know already about department stores. Now about chain stores. Chain stores are two or more stores which have the same name and have the same characteristics. For example, especially it's located in big towns. And in Kyrgyzstan, which kind of chain stores do you know?
Sela.
Okay, Sela, it can be.
Yeah, Leaning.
Okay, it can be a good example. So usually in developed countries, especially in Korea, if you go to each city, you will feel yourself like you are just in the same country and in the same city, because everywhere is the same thing. Chain stores, not only chain stores, and even restaurants are almost chain. What about superstores? So superstores are new, very large out-of-town stores which sell a wide range of products.
I didn't get.
It's like new, very large out-of-town stores which sell a wide range of products. This one is especially more suitable for countries not in Kyrgyzstan, like in United States or in Korea or in Japan. Usually they have superstores like a mall, big, very large stores, and it's not located in downtown. It's located out of town. Okay, it's close to town, but maybe it will take 1 hour or 30 minutes. It will take from town.
Asan.
But it's very big.
Asan. Supermarket Asan.
Okay, it can be. Next one is discount stores. Discount stores are retail stores offering a wide range of products, many branded products at discount prices. Usually it can be called as an outlet store also. Okay. And usually often the product ranges are of similar types of products, for example, electrical goods or this kind of things. The next one is supermarkets. Supermarkets, you already know retail grocery stores. These dairy produce, fresh meat, packaged food, and non-food departments. And next one will be direct sales. Direct sales are products which sold directly from the manufacturer to the customers, and distribution one. Now let's look at next one. Sorry. Mail order. What about mail order? It is direct marketing through mail shots leading to sales. For example, catalogs or magazines. It can be letters, leaflets, catalogs, etc. sent through the mail. For example, house and car insurance, direct mail, clothing catalogs. So this can be. These are the examples of mail order, and you can target specific customers. For example, sending a mail shot containing a toy catalog to families with young children. And you can send by mail, but at the same time, you can use phones to order it. Next one, last one is internet selling, or in other words, electronic commerce. E-commerce is selling items online and delivering them to the consumer. And instead of looking at catalog, consumers view the goods on the business website and then order on the internet or possibly by phone or mail. And business can sell through other specialist websites such as eBay and Alibaba or Amazon can be. And usually this
AliExpress.
e-commerce, yes, it can be AliExpress and also any site it can be, but this, at the same time you can sell in your own website, but if you will do it in your own website, the customers will your customers will be not much, but if you sell the same product by Alibaba or AliExpress or Amazon, it can be more effective. So this is growing rapidly these days, opportunities to this business. So it is low-cost promotion, global coverage, able to access many consumers, and shops might not be needed. What about internet selling? Treats. So treats to business. Setting up, uploading website costs, no direct consumer contact, and competition from other websites and transport costs. These are disadvantages of internet selling. And now let's look at other channels of distribution. Can you mute your, please, can you mute your sound? Telesales, selling to the customer over the telephone. Selling over the telephone, it can example of insurance, kitchen companies, and useful if the business can't afford a large sales team or expensive retail space. And also, I didn't write here about telesales, which is selling to the customer over television, TV sales. It's also usually these days effective, especially in developed countries. They have home shopping. They have TV programs, which is selling products to customers. For example, they are inviting some famous people, maybe, and then they are showing and they are trying how to use it, and they are giving their recommendations. They are giving their feedbacks, and if you want to buy it, you can directly call to this program and you can order it. It's also called as a home shopping usually.
I know one girl from Bishkek. She works in a telesales. I think she sits in the office and sells the products.
Okay.
To the customer by speaking, by talking.
Which kind of products she's selling usually?
She says any product. They just call with the microphone. There's an office and they talk. And they offer a product like.
It can be good because you're doing it individually, right? But at the same time, it will cost a lot, right? Because it will take time because you have to call to everyone but individually, and it can take time, right? Now let's look at the agents.
No, I mean that there are many workers there.
Okay.
There are many workers there.
Okay. Now let's look.
Who phone to the customers and offer the product.
Okay. Now let's look at agents. Agents are what? Why they need in retail? Because they're negotiating sales on behalf of seller and usually takes commission.
Охранное агентство, state agents болу.
Sorry?
Охранное агентство. State agents?
No. Estate agents are people who is selling or who is helping to sell or buy estates, properties, for example.
Имущество.
Yeah, and they are getting commission. For example, if you want to sell your home or office, maybe it will be hard for you to find consumers, but when you're using agents, it will be more easy. And at the same time, they are getting commission. Maybe sometimes it can be 5%, sometimes 10%. It depends on situation, or maybe they can have some fixed price. And useful if you are unfamiliar with a particular market. For example, if you want to buy something new, and if you are not familiar with this product, it's better to use agents because they can give some alternatives, they can give some choice, and they can also give advice. So it's good when you're not familiar with that product. For example, when you're buying laptop or phone, for example, if you are not familiar with it, it's better to use agents. For example, here are the examples of agents. Travel agents, it can be estate agents, football agents. For example, travel agents, how they can help when you want to travel and when you want to buy, let's say, tour package, they can help you, because if you want to buy, if you want to go by yourself, it will take time to search everything and to book everything by yourself. So when you're using agents, they can do everything for you. Even your visa can be ready with help of agents, for example. Now let's do some activities, because we already finished our today's topic. So what you have to do now, you have to compare and contrast the internet and a traditional bookstore as channels of distribution for books. Demonstrate application skills by using real examples. Okay, guys, let's do this activity. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, then can you compare and contrast the internet and traditional bookstore? You know the definition of compare and contrast, right? When we talk about compare, what you have to do, you have to tell how two or more things are alike. When you're contrasting, you have to tell how two or more things are different.
Hechga bunu siz yönetiyorsunuz, biz jazolaylı.
You have to, yes, you have to write and you have to answer now. We have only 1 minute left. So, okay, I will send this by edu page. So you have to do it and send me back. Okay?
What about economics?
I will also upload my presentation on edu page, so you can.
I mean the online lesson.
No, today we don't have online lesson on economics. We have only business studies. Offline, it will be offline. So I will just send you my presentation, and you can download it and you can do homeworks at that. Okay. So please look at this activity. This will be your homework, and I will give another activity as a homework. Which this one. For each product, think of the different ways they can be bought. Okay, this will be your homework.
Please, less homework. Please, less homework.
Less? Only 2 homeworks actually. You can do it within 5 minutes, I think. Within 5 minutes, it will be done. Okay, I will not do. I will not give another homeworks. This homeworks will be for me. Okay. Thank you for your attention, guys.
Okay,
Thanks for the lesson.
Thanks.
See you, teacher.
Send us the homework.
Okay, I will send this presentation. I will send this online lesson if I can.